Today I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the new model management capabilities within C3 AI Reliability. So I'm going to start by moving over to the model management part of the application. This is basically our home base for everything that has to do with modeling in the app. So the model setup page shows me all of the different assets that I have in my deployment. And I can start to understand the state of model configuration, so how many models have been configured, what's been set up for each asset. For Reliability version 17, we've done some changes to this page to make it more flexible to understand the different kinds of machine learning models that might be set up using this page. So at the top of the page, you can see how many assets don't have models, so how much remaining work there is to be done. And I can also see what the popular machine learning projects are that exist. We've also changed this view so you can quickly scan and see the multiple types of projects that exist for a given asset. So today I'll zoom in and show you some of the model management capabilities and how we've expanded them to be flexible to multiple types of models. So if I click into the gearbox mechanical asset, I can see in the model projects overview grid an overview of the different types of machine learning models that I've implemented for this asset. I can also click the Add Project button at the top right corner to add a new type of project. In this case, I've actually happened to have added all of them already, but if I wanted to, I could click it and select it to add it. And this is really just showcasing how easy it is to add a brand new type of machine learning model to aggregate onto your asset. Another element that we've added that makes it really nice from a model management perspective when you're dealing with multiple types of models is that we've created a new project detail page. So if I go over and click on a particular project, I can get a nice overview of what the different data sets exist for the project and what are the different models that exist for the project as well as what's the deployment status for each model. So I can start to really understand holistically where I am from a modeling perspective for this particular kind of machine learning project. We've also added some new entry points where for any particular project type, you can prepare a data set or configure model directly from this grid. So I'll show you really quickly what this looks like. This is the data set preparation workflow, for example. For a particular project, I could then step through the various steps required for dataset preparation. And then if I go back to the previous page, I can similarly perform model configuration for a particular project type. Now, this is really nice because this flow will be applicable to any type of machine learning model that I want to create. So it's really an extension of the previous capabilities that existed that were previously catered to primarily reliability risk. This is the model configuration workflow. This is really out of the box. I would just highlight that this would work for any type of machine learning model. So I'll go back to the model setup page and then also highlight that these changes would apply when you're trying to configure models in bulk as well. So if I select multiple assets at once, I could start to prepare a data set. And here again, I would specify what kind of project I'd like to move on with, and then I would be able to begin bulk dataset preparation. The same would hold true for model configuration, where I can, for example, from this screen, entry point to bulk model configuration, select the project type, and proceed to bulk model configuration for that particular kind of machine learning model. So these are some of the changes that we've made specifically on the model management side of things. I also want to highlight where else in the rest of the application that you can see this kind of model flexibility reflected. So if I move over to the asset page, I'm now able to see how many live projects I have for each asset. I'm actually going to sort by this, and then I'll try to take a look at the gearbox mechanical, where I have multiple live projects at once. So if I click into there, I can now take a look at the asset detail page and see that it's now been catered to really show all of the outputs from multiple projects at once. So here I can see that I have alerts from both reliability risk and the custom Z-score project. I can see that both of those models exist in my asset models overview grid. And if I click over to the asset models page, I can take a look at some of the features from these models by pressing that icon, and I can start to plot them. So I can see here that there's actually some data from some of these features. Oh, whoops. I'm going to focus in on this area. And similarly, if I want to do this for my other model, I can use that icon to plot and start to view the features as well. So this is another really nice adjustment that we've made, where you can get a sense of the live model outputs, take a look at where I have alerts, and be able to do this kind of analysis all from the asset detail page across multiple types of machine learning projects. So that's a big thing that's new as well. The other thing that I would call out is that pretty much anywhere in the application where you're able to see an alert, we now make it super clear what kind of machine learning model is producing that alert. So here on the alerts page, you can see that all the different types of projects that are producing each of these alerts. The other thing is that the alert detail page now works out of the box for any type of model project. So in this case, I can see this is for a custom type of project. This alert was triggered in July of this year. So if I go and take a look at that time period, let me navigate over to July using the side panel. I'm now able to, I should be able to plot some of the features and maybe understand a little bit further and doing some investigation about why this alert was triggered. So I can do all of the same analysis and investigation for this different type of custom model that I would, and previously was only able to do this kind of thing for reliability risk. So in summary, that is a quick overview of some of the different features and flexibility that we've included in the Reliability v17 to help improve model management and make it very flexible throughout the application.